Salvete omnes, this is Emilia, also known as TheMartianGeek, and welcome back to another episode of Mario and Luigi Kola Kingdom Quest. In the last episode, we beat the final boss, and with it, the game. But obviously, we're not quite finished yet, because there is a secret world to go through. As you can see, we're also back at the title screen with 80 exits. Obviously, we're going to do a one-player game. And I did decide to start over instead of loading a save because, well, I guess just to show off the title screen as much as anything with the exit count and all, but also I actually managed to drop below the starting life count after the last episode. Yeah, that last part of, the last stretch of World 8 was pretty brutal. But anyway, yes, we're finally going to that star in World 6, and this world really looks like it should have a lot more pathways around than it does. The only split is right here, so you can't go immediately or directly from to the right over here or anything like that. Point is, let's actually check out that secret star warp, shall we? It's a moon. It's a crescent moon, at least. Lunaria, this world is called, and I believe this is from, I want to say Space Zone from Super Mario Land 2, I think. Kind of a neat effect with the multicolored stars there. It reminds me of Sector Y in Star Fox. Also, this world, I think, if I remember correctly, it's short enough that we should be able to get through it in one episode. Whoa! If I don't make any silly mistakes. But yes, we are on the moon, and where we're on the moon, we have low gravity. Also explosives. Apparently. That's one small step for man, one big boom for mankind. Oh, hey, Chain Chomps. I don't think we've seen those elsewhere in the game. But I'm actually kind of okay with that, because those things are kind of tough enemies. Super Mario Bros. 3 introduced them as early as World 2, but I think they're... Well, there's no way I could have avoided that. I don't recall if there was more than one level that used them. You know, are bullet bill shooters in Super Mario World actually regular when it comes to timing? Because if they're not, I feel like I should fix that. Doubt we're gonna get all the Yoshi coins, but you never know. Okay, halfway point. The music's peaceful, but just because the music's peaceful, that does not mean the level is. Case in point, Animal Antics in Donkey Kong Country 2. And Rip Curl Reef in 3. Yeah, if I actually had the timing on the bullet bills memorized, it would probably help, but as it is, I kind of just have to... Whoa. What the heck is a ceiling doing there, and why is there a Chain Chomp in the way? And... Oh, I guess... Ah, I thought I could duck under that. And I also thought that platform was solid from underneath. That's not good. Whoa! More single tile-wide platforms. Why? Well, actually, they might be easier to deal with than in most levels with the low gravity. I actually forgot to mention this level is called Lunar Madness, as you can see. It's certainly not lunar magic. Nothing magical about getting blown to pieces here. Also, that pair of Chain Chomps is nearly impossible to get past without dying, or getting hit, at least. So, that part doesn't really... I didn't think that one could reach me from there, but apparently I was wrong. I have a feeling this world is going to be where I start getting game overs, because I don't have enough lives left. Seriously, what is it with 1F being so rare in this game? Or at least after the first couple worlds, it seems like. Okay, careful timing. Yeah, not going for that Yoshi coin, because I'm already past the midway point. Whoop. I guess the safest thing to do would be to jump immediately after the bullet bills fire. I can't believe I didn't get hit. Never mind. Okay. Let's wait for there not to be a Bob-omb in our way. Oh man, that's precarious. Wait. Are we really doing that? Seriously, there's a reason Super Mario Bros. 3 didn't put multiple Chain Chomps in the same vicinity. That's just not a fun enemy to have to get around. It's frighteningly random. Arg! Seriously, I have to wonder if some of this stuff was even tested. Oh, well, that was entirely my fault, I guess. Alright, we have one life left. This can only go well. Just want to get past this level without dying. Well, obviously, if I died, I wouldn't get past this level now, would I? I wonder if I should actually go for those coins. 6. No, I should not! How the heck did I manage to do that to myself? Ugh. I have one life. This is literally the worst time to be making stupid mistakes. And now I'm probably not going to make it past, well, this part. Okay, so maybe I am. Okay. Bob-omb. Okay, can that Chain Chomp get me from here? Please tell me we're close to the end of... Okay, we are at the end of the level. Good. And I even got an extra life at the goal point. Yeah, that one wasn't that hard compared to some of the stuff we've been facing, but just the fact that I have no lives to spare makes it trying. Anyway, moving on to 9-2. Out Herre. I assume that's a cultural reference I don't get. Red-hot glowing spots on the floor and ceiling will knock you out instantly. There are also blocks that will explode if heated enough. Whoa. Great start. You know what? I remember from a failed take of this world that it's probably a bad idea to go up there exactly because of that. Because if you go up there to get those coins, you can't see where the flames are. Oh well, I think that was it for me. Yep. Oh well, just means I get to restart with a full 5 lives, I guess. I have a feeling I'm going to get impatient a lot on this world. But hey, at least it's not one of those games with no save feature or anything, and no... Jeez, right off the bat it has awkward arrangements of enemies and obstacles. Yeah, is that twice now I've demonstrated that yes... God darn it, what the heck? Okay, allow me to demonstrate that stepping on fire and lava does indeed kill you. I don't even normally spin jump off enemies. Okay, new plan. If you lure both of these over here, all the way. Actually, neither of those have the power-up. God darn it, I keep forgetting about that. Okay, I only have 1 life left. I'm just gonna kill myself. Might as well check. Nope, no power-ups in there. Now, who is actually going to stand there and get that multi-coin block? Like, literally who? Anyway, let's just pretend that didn't happen. That was a test run. I might very well end up dying more in World 9 than I did in World 8, just by virtue of not having enough lives to spare. Wait, that didn't really make sense. Also, holy crap! I didn't comment on the new type of Venus fire trap. spitting a shower of fireballs, but wow, the fact that each individual one homes in on you like that is, or at least aims for you, that is really tough to get around. Okay, they're all three of them. And we have Potoboos. I don't think this one has Chain Chomps, at least. And we have Fire Brothers. That was a little close. Okay, I want to get rid of that other one before I go down. It hit me as it was throwing the fireball. That's nice. You know, I don't normally... I know some people... I've done that so many times. Some people will say that at this point in time, video games just shouldn't even have life systems, and... You know, sometimes I believe them. I agree with them. Jeez, I don't think even the one level in Super Mario World that used those hopping flames actually put that many of them that close together in such a small space. Okay, get rid of the Fire Brothers. Please let one of these be a power-up. Of course, I've been... No power-ups! Wow! I've been insta-killing myself so much in this stage, though. Maybe this is one. I will say, though, I don't think I've ever seen a fiery space level done before, so props for that. Okay, what do we do with these blocks? Are those supposed to be breakable with my fireballs? Because the Fire Bros certainly didn't, and like heck I'm gonna keep fireballs in this stage. Yeah, I don't think we've even gotten 2 power-ups yet. Nothing like combining with instant death traps to make you realize just how annoying those hopping flame enemies really are. And enemies that aren't the easiest thing in the world to dodge around. Okay, halfway point, alright. And we actually have firepower, so if I don't lose it, which is likely, maybe we can actually see if those red blocks do anything. They do. Okay. Oh, I can't believe I made it over that. Is that supposed to... Whoa. Obviously, they don't do anything against the hopping flames. Gee, my controller's getting sweaty here, I think. Whoa. Is there any reason you couldn't have just made that accessible from this platform? Well, at least we can have some nice revenge on those Venus fire traps. Heck yeah. Oh, now they're on the ceiling. It's a good thing I didn't get hit by that. Oh, jeez. Nope. No. Oh, I can't believe I didn't die there. Alright, goal point. And I guess the second half of that level went more smoothly than the first. Phew. Like I said, okay, that was that's kind of weird. Low gravity still affecting Mario during the victory march. Yeah, I mean, it's a bonus world, so I'd expect it to be challenging, and really it's not any tougher than World 7 or 8 was, but... There's so little room for error right now. Deep Space Bind. And we have bullet bill shooters, and we have autoscroll. I want to say this music is also from Super Mario Land. Maybe? What is this music from? Maybe not. I'm assuming those stars are munchers. Let's not run into them. Oh, you can actually shoot down those? Yeah, let's not run into the spiky stars. That would not be very stellar. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot that. We're at the point where I really don't care if I end up using power-ups, I think. Man, what a tight space is in here. Also, I just noticed, is the background the same for all 3 of the space levels we've done so far? Because I feel like... I don't know, okay, autoscroll stopped. And moving on to part 2, what do we have going on here? More of the same? Okay. Well, I made it to the midway point without dying, which is more than I can say for pretty much all the other levels we've been doing recently. Okay, do I want to go under here? Aw. Thank you, invincibility frames, for that. Anything in here? Little. Come to think of it, did this one have a secret exit? Come to think of it, if I remember correctly, I think one of these pipes actually has something down it. And those are indeed munchers, and let's see if we can go down one of these pipes. Oh, it's probably already past the one you're supposed to go down. Whoa. That was dumb. Well, that was a waste of a whole lot of power-ups. Bad idea, jumping out of the Lakitu-cloud in panic. Holy moly. Okay, 3 lives. Let's see if we can get that secret exit now. I don't know which pipe it's in, but... And above all, do not leave the Lakitu-cloud. Definitely do not leave the cloud. Even if it is only giving you 4 GB of storage. Whoop. Thread the needle. How the heck did I not get hit there? Okay, it's probably either this pipe or the next one. No, don't want to pick that up. Alright. I was correct. And correct about the secret exit too. Alright. You know, I can't decide if I'm relieved that the secret exit of this world was in the easiest level we've done so far, or disappointed because it was also in the most tedious level we've done so far. Anyway, it just leads us to another bonus battle versus Super Sledge. Uh-oh. I'm actually probably... Yikes. Okay. Super Sledge is not my friend. I guess it's like a Sledge Bro, except with multiple hit points. And by multiple, I mean 2. Well, we got a net gain of 2 lives out of that, and we're back up to 5, so I consider that a victory. In fact, I wonder if we can do it more than once. Can I potentially farm extra lives here? Well, not if I do things like that, I can't. Watch it actually not respawn, and then... Okay, it does respawn. You know what? Actually, I think I will farm a few extra lives, and... Since I was planning on cutting out redoing the first half of the stage I just was on anyway, I will see you guys with more 1-ups and in the second half of Lunaria 3. Alright, here we are. 16 lives. Figured that was a good stopping point. 16-bit system and all. I think we only have 2 stages left to go, and they don't seem to be as brutal as the last world. Then again, the last time I said that about something. Well, actually, I think we only have 1.5 stages to go. Yawn. Auto-scrolling levels are difficult to comment about because they're so long and not particularly exciting. Or if they are, they're too exciting. I'm actually going to get that anyway, because it allows me to get a heck of a lot of coins. Also turns the bullet bill shooters into silver coins. I wonder if there'd be any place in this stage where you could activate that, where you could actually get enough silver coins to get to the maximum, well, silver coin count. Okay, can I keep going up here? Do I have to squeeze through there? Nope. Yep. Can I spin jump those? Okay. Is the autoscroll gonna stop? Apparently not. Okay, that's kind of silly. Maybe turn off the autoscroll a little earlier there. Otherwise, the screen will push Mario beyond the flagpole a little. I probably could have gotten a 1 up there if I hadn't taken the upper path, but oh well. Moving on to Lunaria Fortress, UFO Bomber's Fortress. Ooh, vertical autoscroll. And not particularly lenient vertical autoscroll, looks like. Also rather ominous music for this world. Can't tell if this is supposed to be a remix of something or not. I will take that cape. I will lose that cape. Oh, and we have giant bomb bros, and some of the Bob-ombs are apparently pink now. Yeah, that's the thing about having things that... Okay, that was a blind jump. I guess I could have waited a little, but I really couldn't because of the auto-scroll. And oh, and we do have a unique background. It looks pretty. I like that gradient. We'll need to ride a rocket to UFO Bomber's chamber. Tap B to ascend a little, but don't hit anything. Oh hey, the auto-scroll actually stops at the proper place this time. Good. Okay. Oh, is this gonna be the Mario equivalent of a... Oh boy, I remember this part. I think I remember this part. Oh, if I remember this correctly, this is gonna suck. Well, it is here and we must deal with it. And work with it rather than against. Okay, so it is basically a rocket barrel stage from Donkey Kong Country Returns, except the controls are even worse. I'm thinking maybe 16 lives wasn't enough. Okay, don't accidentally press up before getting the cape. Okay, I'm actually not terrible at the rocket barrel stages, so... Jeez, I think the rocket barrel stages were more open than this. Whoa, whoa, no! Shoot! Farther than I did last time, anyway. All I can say is, since I know there's not going to be a second checkpoint, the boss better darn well be easy. It's just so erratic. Like, it seems like Donkey Kong Country Returns, the rocket barrel was at least fairly consistent. Yeah, who designed the sprite and Why didn't they... Whoa, that was close. Okay, that was actually less painful than I was expecting. So good. Still very stressful, though, if you couldn't tell. Alright, 2 capes for the boss. Let us try to get this done on our first try. What even is this thing? Well, it's not difficult, whatever it is. Wow, that... Okay, I thought it might be easier than the stage, but I didn't think it'd be that easy. I'm kind of relieved, though, like I said, after the stress of the rocket section. So, we have a mysterious ding when nothing appeared, and we have a secret star warp. And... oh, it takes us here. Well, the real question is, did it palette swap everything? I'm assuming not, given that this map isn't, but... let's see. Oh well, it's the end. It's the last episode. We have time to go out and check the main overworld map. Okay, it did not do anything here. I think I'm gonna check off camera if it swapped any of the enemy graphics. I would assume not, but it's worth a check. Anyway, getting back to the endpoint. Takes so long to walk around the overworld in this game. I gotta wonder if that's part of the reason that there was a Star World in the original game. Remind me if I ever actually finish a hack to make sure I have some sort of teleport or transportation system around the place. Anyway, almost back where we left off. And just to check... well, I mean, I guess going through here kind of cuts off one world. Or cuts out, rather. But anyway, we are officially done. That was all the levels in the game. And now, the promised credits sequence. Alright, we are at last at the promised credits sequence. So without further ado, let us press X. This is actually kind of an interesting credit sequence. I don't know why Mario starts out invincible like that, but we have this Lakitu-cloud, and we have some autoscroll. We can't move left or right in the cloud, but we can move up or down. Seems like you can move up pretty far, but you can only move down to here. And yeah, I am in the credits too, for ASM. Guess it's a little bit interactive here. It'd be interesting if you were given, like, firepower during this, and some enemies or something that couldn't hurt you floated across and you could shoot them with the firepower, and the firepower is kind of a target practice type of thing. But either way, like I said, it's kind of a novel way to do a credit sequence. Don't really have time to read off all the names because I'm busy talking about other stuff. And hey, I'm also listed under music. Someday I will actually build up my graphical skills too, and then with my full complement of all 3 Super Mario World hacking skills, I will take over the world. Mwahaha. Yeah, no. Avoid the clouds. Kind of a simple but pretty decent background and all here. Have the blue sky, gradient, multi-layered scrolling clouds. It seems like there's one layer she's missing here that seems like it would add more to it, but there we have it. The end. And we're back on the World 8 submap. Actually, in fact, I think I'll talk about my final thoughts on the game without the overworld music interfering. With that, we have officially finished Mario & Luigi Kola Kingdom Quest, and I'm glad to have gotten to play it for you guys. I don't think I liked it as much as Starlight Island Adventure, but I still had a lot of fun with this one. I've pretty much always had good experience with Gamma V's hacks. They're not like amazingly innovative or anything, but they're still a breath of fresh air compared to a lot of hacks that might be a lot more original and creative but just aren't fun. I feel like some people get so caught up in the presentation that they lose track of the core gameplay. Looking at you, every vanilla level design contest ever. But things like this in Starlight Island Adventure, they feel like Mario games. I mean, they feel like something Nintendo would actually make, and that's a good thing. Oh, I'm not saying this hack is perfect. Every game has flaws and this is no exception. It does seem to be noticeably more difficult than Starlight Island Adventure, which isn't necessarily a bad thing or a good thing, just something different. But I do feel like it seems to ask just a bit too much of the player sometimes, particularly in World 8 and to a lesser extent 9, 7, and part of 6. Yes, I know that the later worlds are supposed to be challenging, but I feel like there are more cases than usual of obstacles being positioned such that they're extremely difficult to pass without taking a hit, enemies clustered in sections with already tricky platforming, or either or both of the above being compounded by having to deal with ice or conveyor belts messing with your physics. Surprisingly, the auto-scrolling sections didn't actually bother me all that much this time around. Probably the worst levels in this regard were 8-3, the World 8 Fortress, the World 7 Fortress, and I'm tempted to throw the final castle in as well because it easily tends to overstay its welcome. Which I suppose leads into my next point. I feel like some of the levels, mainly some of the castles and fortresses, and definitely the final castle, really could have benefited from an extra checkpoint, or maybe even 2. Seriously people, the multi-midway patch is not that hard to use. Not knowing ASM really isn't a valid excuse. We have people to answer questions. And I'm not just talking to this hack creator either, but really anyone who wants to make such a hack. Finally, I think the boss design had some room for improvement. Most of them seemed overly simplistic while also not being that easy to predict. And the animation didn't always fit. Case in point, Ludwig making om-nom-nom motions while breathing fire out of the back of his head. But as I said before, I really can't fault the hack creator too much. She is pointedly not a programmer. Honestly, I think the only real reason I don't just offer to design the bosses for her is that ASMers are notoriously lazy and flaky, and I am no exception to that. I respect Gamma V and her hacks, I want them to be the best they can be. But I also want them not to take 5 years to finish because I don't know the first thing about maintaining productivity. I could probably do 1 or 2 bosses on each go-around, maybe more depending on complexity. But I feel like trying to do all of them would only make us both frustrated. In any case though, this was a pretty good hack. I quite enjoyed it and I would highly recommend it. We're out of time for this one, so I will see you in the next project.